What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, consider subscribing. We're doing uploads almost every day. Although we struggled for the last 2 days, we had some technical difficulties, but that's sorted and we're back to uploading. So this will be video number 5 or 6 I think from the 21-day challenge we're doing. We're doing all of this from home as well in quarantine. So I thought for today's video I'm going to use what I've got outside. I'm going to show you guys a few technical skills that I think you need to work on. If you're a mountain bike, if you're a roadie, it will help as well. But I think for mountain biking, it'll definitely be a good thing to learn, and it'll help it go a little bit faster, but definitely with more confidence. So let's get into it.
Like a lonely man, without me, you're not like everyone. That's his way I choose you. You're the one who can make me happy. Oh, you know you're in love when you come for the sea, because we are the queen. It's finally better than dreams. You like a lonely man. Without me, you're not like everyone. That's his way I choose you. You're the one who can make me happy. Oh, you know you're in love when you come for the sea, because we are the queen. It's finally better than dreams. Everything I do, baby, you know that it's all for you. Oh, you know you're in love when you come for the sea, because we are the queen. It's finally better than dreams.
Alright, so for the first little trick or skill that I'm going to teach you guys, we all know the wheelie, the normal just pop a wheelie and go. But I'm going to show you guys, for those who can't do a wheelie, how to do it a little bit easier. So step 1 is find yourself a little bit of an incline, not a massive incline, but just a little bit of an incline, so you don't have a downhill or a straight where when you start lifting your front wheel, that the bike will go faster and faster, and then you'll have to pull on your brake the whole time. So the first thing I'm going to get you guys to do is get a nice little uphill, and then we're going to take it from there.
Alright, remember, use an uphill, hand on your brake, and together with force down on your pedal and lifting your front wheel, start your wheelie. Right, do this a couple of times. Start with a short distance and increase the distance as you go, and before you know it, you're doing a wheelie as far as the eye can see. Remember, a wheelie is a big part of mountain biking, although it just seems like a trick to do. Now that we've perfected our wheelie, find a small curve or a low curve, and see if you can lift the wheel and put it up onto the curve. Do it slowly so you don't damage your rear wheel. Do this a couple of times and then we'll move on to the next step. Alright, when you're confident enough that you can do a wheelie onto a curve, go with a little bit more speed, and this time use your front brake just a little bit to help you lift your rear wheel and put it onto the curve as well. Do this a couple of times until you're 100% confident for the next step. Now this will help you improve your bunny hop over time, but help get you onto a small curve or a small side step without damaging your wheel, and it will help you go faster in the future.
Alright, so that's the first little skill or exercise I want you guys to work on. Just remember, when going up a little incline or step like that, don't pull your front brake too hard. If you can do it without pulling the front brake, lifting your rear wheel, then it's actually a lot better. I'm showing you guys these things with normal tackies on. You can do it with your clipless pedals and or your cleats. And just remember, don't rely on your cleats totally, because it can happen that you pull your feet out of the cleats or out of the pedals, and then you can end up falling as well. So try to do these exercises without your cleats on. Anyway, don't pull too hard on your front brake. This is basically just to help you lift your rear wheel to be able to get onto the step without bending or damaging your rear tire or rim on the corner of that curve. For the second exercise, I want to, it might seem like a very, very insignificant exercise, but just remember this will help you quite a lot when riding single tracks, etc. It's a weight shifting exercise. Now, I've been doing this for a while, and it's actually been helping me quite a lot. Usually when you're riding a single track and there's a small bark, or you're riding inside a Jeep track with mud and your front wheel catches a side of a curve or something, and your weight continues leaning over to that side, and then at the end you fall. Now this exercise will help you to learn how to shift your weight to the other side and be able to turn away from that. And let's call it kiss the curve or a track stand. Most roadies know this is a track stand, but we're not going to use it as a track stand. We're just going to go kiss the curve and then go away, and this will help you, once again, do it with your tackies on. This will help you to have your weight shifted from the one side to the other side, and will help you with your single track training.
Although this may seem easy, it might be terrifying for a lot of you guys, so I suggest you start very slow with this one. Continue with this exercise until you can almost completely stop your wheel against the curve and turn the other way. This is a very good exercise for weight shifting training. This might look super easy, but for me in the beginning, and I'm sure for lots of you guys, it looks terrifying. But just keep on training, you'll get there.
Alright, so the fourth and final exercise I want you guys to do for today will be an exercise to help you increase your confidence when trying to do like a gap jump, or maybe go over a hole in the ground, or anything that will need you to lift your front wheel and then basically follow through with your rear wheel. Now this is going to be a wheelie, but we're going to wheelie off of a pavement or off a curve. So what you're going to do is find yourself a nice little steppy or curve or anything that you can get that's not too high, and for the first few times just ride off of it. You can do it faster and faster if you want to, but I'd advise you guys just to start with a normal pace, ride off that little let's say sidewalk or whatever you're going to use for this. Just ride off it till you're confident enough. Remember, it's more difficult to do a few things slower, so start with doing it slower. Ride off that sidewalk or whatever you're going to use, slower till you've got all the confidence you need to ride off something. And then what I want you guys to do is ride onto the edge of that curve with your front wheel and start doing a wheelie. The moment you start doing your wheelie, well, get your head into the place where your wheel is off the ground. The same with the gap jump. When you're doing a gap jump, the ground stops and you're going to have to go over a gap to be able to land on the other side. Now this is not a gap jump training exercise, but it will help improve your skills for that. So it's basically start wheeling, and if you can do your wheelie long enough to get your rear wheel to touch the ground first and then put down your front wheel, it will also help you to strengthen your sensor core muscles and get your confidence up for doing a wheelie.
So keep on doing these exercises, stay tuned for some motivation and lots more videos to come. Please subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. Thanks for joining. Alright guys, well thanks if you stayed this far in the video, I really do appreciate it. I know there's a lot of you guys that do stay till the end, but if you're new and you stay to the end, thanks a lot for all the OGs, I do appreciate it as well. If there's any videos you guys would like me to make, anything I can do that will show you how to work on something at home, or using tools, or using what you have at home to work on your bike, let me know down below in the comments and I'll definitely do so. The motivation I want to share with you guys for today, it's a tough one. With the extension, with the 2 weeks lockdown time, it's almost over, but it's something that wasn't expected for any of us, and it makes life and business and reality and everything just seem so difficult. But I want to encourage you guys to find courage in the things that you like, and what I mean with that is take the things you like and make sure you do that every day, so that you don't get fed up or you build up your emotions with all these bad and sad things. And we as humans, we can start making ourselves negative so easy, especially when something like this happens. And when it happened, I actually did it myself. I thought, yes, I'm losing so much business. It's going to be tough times. And my wife just said, listen, enjoy what you have at the moment. Although it's not tough, it's not easy, it's tough. You can't do anything about it at the moment. So just enjoy what you have now and make the best of this moment. And take it as a holiday. It's not an easy or paid holiday, but just take it as a holiday and enjoy for what you have at the moment. Spend time with the little ones, spend time with the family, and just make sure that when you go home, when you go to work, that you're refreshed and that you're ready for what you want to do and you're full of new ideas. What I've been doing is I've got a small notebook on my phone. I've been typing down new ideas, new visions for the shop, taking my whole life into a new direction, and just making sure everything is better than what it was before the lockdown. So I encourage you guys, be strong, stay safe, and never say never.